Welcome to Calling Out with Susan Pinsky, a place where Susan can introduce to you psychics, clairvoyants, past lives, and paranormal experiences. Now, here's your host, Susan Pinsky.
Welcome to Calling Out with Susan Pinsky. We're back for a special addendum psychic reading with a celebrity guest. I'm here with Jennifer Shaffer, who just did the most recent podcast with us about cults and the occult. And then we also have Rebecca Fearing, who is coming in for the next show as well. So this will be a 15-minute interview with somebody that's been on a previous podcast. And her name is Debra. She was on the, what was it called? Psychic Charades? Was it? Wait, did I call it Psychic Charades with Debra Tate? And I want to welcome Debra. How are you?
Hi, ladies. I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, it's so good to hear your voice. Anyways, hello, Rebecca. Welcome to Calling Out today. I'm so glad you were able to get in here.
Thank you so much. I'm glad I made it also.
We got her trapped in the foyer. And
yeah, I was there alone with nobody there. I'm like, oh my God, and all the doors locked. I'm like, okay.
And Jennifer, welcome back. Yeah, the one thing I do find about this show, and I'm going to say it again, we try to be on schedule. I know everybody's, waiting, but for some reason, electronics and psychic mediumship go haywire constantly. And even Nate, my normal engineer, will tell you that it doesn't happen in any other circumstance except for when we bring Rebecca or Jennifer into the room. So it's their magnetic personality, or it's just my craziness. But okay, so we just want to have Debra on because she's one of our favorite guests. She's a bit clairvoyant herself. She has probably one of the most interesting lives that I've ever known. And I'm just a big fan of hers. And she requested to hook up today with Rebecca. And actually, Jennifer's here because she was on the previous show. And she will be on the next show, which will start shortly. So I'll just let you guys have a little love fest and get back together.
So hi, Debra. How are you?
Super. I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good, except the fires did a number on me, so I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I know. I can hear it in your voice, and they're affecting so many people. Everybody's got respiratory distress.
I'll be getting her a Kleenex. Hold on a second.
I'm sorry.
Bless you.
Oh, gosh, I didn't have this until just now, so.
Well, you might be picking up on mine.
Oh, do you have a cold or I don't have a cold. I think it's all from these fires.
Actually, I went to New York and I came back on the 11th, and on the plane I think I got some international cootie that I am just now getting over.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, it hung on.
I was
for
fine before I started talking to you, so I don't know. Hold on, I might be picking up on your stuff. Okay, there. I think I'm good. I've recovered nicely. Okay, so it is so nice to see you again, or talk to you again. And I have a lot going on around you with your father. I think from the last time I recall the name Paul. That's right. Is that correct?
That is correct.
He's here looking dapper as ever.
I don't know. Are you going to be okay, honey bunny?
I think so. I'll be fine. My eyes are dribbling here, but that's okay. Okay, yeah, no, Paul is here. I don't want to give up on this because he's here. He told me to tell you that you look lovely. Can I ask you a question? Have you changed your hair color recently or done something a little different to it?
Yes, I cut it. And I made it redder.
I know. I swear to you. I saw reddish hair. And your father showed that to me. He said, Rebecca, you'll be okay. You can get through this. Thank you, Paul.
No, you're going to die, okay?
And he told me that your hair looks just really great. He likes the color. He likes the cut. And you have 4 family members are here commenting on your hair, believe it or not.
Wow.
when we feel good about
I thought I
ourselves.
needed a little more fire, so I put some in.
There you go.
Well, I think your family agrees with it because we have 4 people here. Your dad, Paul. But I don't remember talking to your grandmother before, and it is his mother. It's Paul's mom. So we have your grandmother here and a couple other people. I'm not sure who they are, but there's definitely all family members. And they also came to talk to me about you traveling and completing some projects that you've wanted to do for a while. So, I mean, I have no idea if you've wanted to write a book or do something. It doesn't even have to be about your family. It could be something else that you're interested in. But your father encourages you to use that talent that you have inside.
Okay.
And he also
Actually,
go ahead.
I'm working on a book currently, so I'm trying.
Good.
Oh, good.
Well, he's there every step of the way with you. He said, you've got to do it. You're good at what you do. Have confidence, and he's going to help you. This is so funny. I don't know if Paul was a businessman or not, but he is definitely going to help you market it. So it will get.
All righty. Go, Dad.
Yeah. And,
Can you help me too? I could use some help.
And there's a woman here.
It must be a newborn talent to him on the other side because he was a military officer, and there's not a lot of marketing skills in that. But
well, I think
he knows what his inner self was.
I think he's learned something new, and he wants to be, he's your biggest fan. He says you're talented, and everybody out there, we got to look for her book. And Debra Tate, according to her father, Paul, it's a good one, and I believe it too. And then also he talked about, this is going to sound so random because people from the other side will talk about your flooring in your house. And your dad is showing me some flooring in your home. And even if you don't know this, you're going to be doing some work on that house. And he's encouraging and helping you. He's very much wanting you to have a garden too, someplace that you can sit privately but outside and get some air, fresh air, he tells me. So do you know, I don't even know if you know what he's talking about, but he's going to be helping you financially also somehow.
Well, that would be very nice.
Pennies
I
from
have
heaven.
a plethora of projects I want to do to the house. But my money flow is a very big issue because I'm totally self-funded and doing everything that I do out of my own pocket, and I'm fighting cancer at the same time. So funds are limited, but yes, beautiful garden is on that list. And flooring, I've been staring at the floor, hating what it is, and wanting so desperately to do something different.
Yes, and your father said that you will do it because he knows. He comes and spends time with you at your house, and he's going to get you the most beautiful garden. And somehow in heaven, which I have proof is a real working world, he's going to get you the financial security you need to be able to do these things that for some are simple, but for you, it's a big necessity because it'll make you happier. That's what he told me. I want my daughter to be happy. And he tells me that your cancer is going to go away and that you will fight this. Have you had this twice, though? Is this a second time around for you with this?
No, this is my first time around.
Okay, not that you're going to have a second. Go ahead.
Well, I've had a feeling lately that it might reoccur in a small way and that I'll possibly catch it again and that it'll be gone for good.
Yeah, I'm not saying...
I don't know. I've been thinking that there's a possibility of a reoccurrence or a manifestation of some sort, but
well, this is what
I do my due diligence on my health, so I'm hoping it'll be caught early.
Well, I'm not a doctor, as you know, but your father said to do your due diligence, and then you'll be on top of anything that could reoccur. Not that you necessarily will get it, but he's glad that you're aware, that you're looking, you're doing whatever you can do. And in a holistic way also, he's giving me all these kind of good things for beating cancer and being, as you know, much more alkaline. And cucumbers are good too, if you like them. So your father's there with you, working with you, and I'm telling you, this is so funny. Not funny, but he's giving me the biggest yummy salad. But it has like cucumbers in it and broccoli and just all these really delicious vegetables from heaven. And so he says you're going to be fine, but he knows that we're wondering probably if it's going to reoccur. So he's there with you every step of the way. Your sister is here now. Oh my God, is she not looking gorgeous as usual? And she says, my sister is just as gorgeous as I am. So that's true, actually.
It is.
Oh,
And
thanks, sis.
and she's trying to give you jewelry or a bracelet or something. I heard it even. So, anything that you have of hers or have acquired because of her, I don't know what that means, but you should wear it because it's going to bring you really good luck.
Okay, good to know.
Right. And she said, have you ever wanted to go to India? And I just kind of random, but I kind of see the colors of India or something beneficial about India.
I was well-traveled being a military brat. There's a few countries in the world that I haven't landed in yet, and India is one of them. And being that it is the spiritual mecca of honing into your third eye, I kind of think that there's something there besides elephants. I love elephants.
Yes, no, yes.
That I'm supposed to go and find.
Right. You will probably go, and there's an area that's not necessarily the well-known part of India, but I feel a spiritual temple there. It's not Marrakesh. That has nothing to do with India, but it sounds similar to something like that I'm getting. I can't quite get it, but after the show, if I can hone in on it, I'll call you and let you know. And I feel India is calling your name when the time is right, and that's what your sister said. So hey, let's all go to India, right?
No, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm going next year.
I'm going.
Oh, you're
Let's go.
going. You're going to India.
No, I'm not. But
No,
I'm
Jennifer is.
I actually did a fundraiser this week for an orphanage.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
Jennifer.
Yeah.
maybe it's for you.
Yes.
But
Hi,
maybe you're
Deborah.
taking Deborah with you.
No, I think Deborah's going, and I felt India around here, but I know it's Deborah. Maybe Jennifer is going too, and I'll go, and we'll all go together. How's
No,
that?
I'll pass. I don't have any desire. But you guys can go, and I'll just look at your Facebook.
It's so funny. And also, I'm feeling around you animals, and this is your daughter. Your daughter. You don't have a daughter, do you?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do. That just came out of my mouth. Okay.
I do.
Yeah. No.
I have a daughter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Sharon was talking about your daughter, and I was listening to her conversation, and then I'm like, oh, I don't remember talking about your sister's daughter. She's very much around her a lot. She says that she's turned into a very interesting young woman and very kind in the heart, strong-willed, though, also. And does your daughter ever talk about Sharon? Because they're like two peas in a pod, those two, boy, in some ways.
They really are, very much. And believe it or not, my daughter looks a lot like Sharon in her bone structure. Her coloring is different. Her eye coloring and her hair coloring. She's dark, but the bones are all there. She's a beautiful young lady.
Yeah, Sharon said that they are very much alike, and that she hopes that your daughter knows that she can talk to her and enjoy her company, because she's very much almost like, she's, I don't know, she's very much like her guardian angel too. So between Paul and Sharon, yeah, they're very much around you and your daughter, and they're also watching over your financial situation. And I'm so serious about this, Sharon. I mean, I'm talking to Sharon and Deborah.
I do that all the time. Don't feel
Yeah,
bad.
Deborah, that you are going to have a stroke of good luck, or something comes in that brings you money that you didn't expect. But your father, Paul, and your sister, Sharon, are on top of this for you.
Oh, good.
They're 100% telling me, tell her it to be true. Have blind faith. We're helping you.
Great. I can do that. I have blind faith every day of the week.
All right. Well, how was that an uplifting moment for you, Deborah?
Yes, it was.
Good.
It was. It really was.
I
And
only
I've
want the
been
best for you.
struggling lately. So, struggling to keep my own spirit pure, so the India thing makes sense.
Okay,
because I'm
let's
on
do
a
it.
quest at the moment not to allow myself to get cynical
Yes.
with things that have been going on in my life,
Oh,
and
sure.
writing this book, things that I'm looking into. I've actually found myself getting cynical, and I don't like that.
Oh, good.
So,
well, we want to keep your drive going.
That means a lot to me.
Good.
Exactly.
Good.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the great thing
Absolutely.
about Rebecca. She is an uplifting person. She gives us love and light, and she gives us, Drew loves her. He's here. He calls her all the time, and he just depends on her positive mental attitude and spiritualism, which, it's important that we give the message in a positive way, and we give people, hope for the future.
Yes.
I mean, and I just want to say that after I was lucky enough to have Debra on my previous podcast, she just said nothing but great things about you. And
thank you.
And I agree. I think that I think it's always a pleasure to have your insight and your ability to bring our loved ones to forward, to give us hope and for the future on this earth, and stay alive and be happy and flourish and have a great holiday. But anyways, I just want to say great things about Rebecca, and
Thank you.
That's why I had Debra call up. And I also want to tell people that we are going to be continuing. We'll take some more callers in the next episode, and we wanted to. I think, Debra, now do you have some kind of do you have something going on that you want us to be aware of?
I have too much going on, Susan. I've got all kinds of ugly stuff going on.
How can we help you?
That have to do with previous. Rebecca, I want you to know that you are absolutely amazing. And I've got a book project, which I've been working on for quite some time, and I've got publishers falling over each other to get to the front of the line.
Yahoo!
And I've got another project with my daughter, who is a fashion designer, and that might be one way that Sharon is going to help make things come to fruition, because we are currently copying all of Sharon's clothing designs inch by inch to put out a clothing line.
Oh, that's such a great idea.
Sharon's.
So where do we find find you?
My daughter feels very close to Sharon's spirit. She
that's good.
knows that Sharon is her muse, and the stuff isn't going to be necessarily exactly Sharon's. It's going to have a today's edge and today's fabric, but I'm hoping that works out well.
So do you have a website or something?
A lot of the ugliness going on as well at the same time, which is why I'm fighting to keep from obtaining a cynical heart. But you hit on every single one of my deep desires and concerns, Rebecca, as always.
And you'll continue being a victim's right advocate. And do you have a website
Absolutely.
that we can go to and be supportive of?
Yes, I've got SharonTate.net, and I have No Parole for MansonFamily.com. We have we have Leslie Van Houten, who was granted a date, and the governor will be rendering his decision probably right after the first of the year. And the next person on deck again will be Bruce Davis, which happens to be a particularly evil man. He truly was Charlie's go-to guy. And there's a wonderful documentary on the History Channel, if people want to tune into that, tying a long-time Jane Doe into the Manson family, who was killed in a particularly brutal way in 1969. And that's the ugly stuff that I'm trying at the moment
to be a part,
not to concentrate on too much.
No, I get it. We don't need to go into it spiritually.
It's making me hard, and I don't want to get hard. I want to have the heart of a child always.
No, that's good.
Can I kick in with a little something? I know that your family's with me because I went to get my makeup done at Bloomingdale's, and the gal that was doing my makeup told me, like, it was so random. I don't even know how it came up. She says, my boyfriend's family, the Manson family, were practicing breaking into people's house. And I don't mean to bring this up. I would have never said. And they broke into her boyfriend's house. And I hate to say that's so gross. Should I say it? And to prove they were there, they took a big crap in the middle of the living room.
The woman who was doing your makeup at Bloomingdale's today. Well, That's
See, that's, like,
synchronicity.
kinda weird.
One more time.
I know.
And this has been the kind of day it's been. But you know what? Here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to conjure up any negativity. I don't want the lights to turn out or have bad things happen. But I do want you to continue doing what you do on Earth and fight the good fight, Deborah, because you've done such a fabulous job.
I would like to let you and everybody else know a little tidbit that I found out last night, that when my friend passed away earlier, there were over 100 people that descended upon Spawn Ranch, and it was so many people that the church that now owns the property called the police, and the police were afraid to come out and do anything about it. So people, there are in the Los Angeles area at least 100 like-minded individuals amongst us, and it's very important that we keep these people behind bars until their natural death. And at that point, I have no problem with any of them. I wish their spirits well. I hope that they can cleanse and recycle into something magnificent and leave their torment behind. But
maybe they'll get on a UFO and fly somewhere.
They have to stay in jail.
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
And with that, I want to just say thank you again. We're going to move on because we are running a little bit behind, but we appreciate you taking calling in today, and let's do it again.
Yes, and let's go to lunch.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, lunch.
Let's go to lunch. And I just want to say,
Goodbye, ladies.
I want to wish you well. We're all behind you 100%.
Yes.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, so
Bye-bye.
you can find Rebecca Fearing at RebeccaFearing.com, and you can find Jennifer Shaffer, who will be producing the next podcast coming up in less than 5 minutes. And I want to thank God for not shutting down my electronics during this podcast. So we'll be back.
She says no problem.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Calling Out with Susan Pinsky. Follow Susan on Twitter or Instagram at First Lady of Love. And check callingoutwithsusanpinsky.com for all the latest info and links to our cast of clairvoyants.
Hey, this is Dr. Drew, and you were listening to This Life
with Bob Forrest
and Dr. Drew.
And me, Mike Catherwood.
That's right. We're doing it this time.
It's really the last bastion of hope.
Don't get your health care from a Google search.
We're interested in people not dying. That we've gotten sick of that.
There's plenty of people who drink or use that are fucked, that it's not because of the drugs and alcohol.
Entitlement, grandiosity, ego, selfishness, self-preoccupation.
Are we talking about the government or are we talking about kids?
Well, now, calm down. Calm down.
I told Drew the other day, because he had his fourth Diet Coke during the radio show. I said, listen, you got to understand, having a diet soda is like murdering bums.
Well,
I can't believe you just said that.
Well, you don't have to laugh at it.
Call us up, email us up at wherever the hell it is.
Bob and I have
DrDrew.com.
Bob and I have
And me, Mike Catherwood.
lots to talk about still, so we'll keep this thing going. And if you like it, please tell a friend. So check it out. Than's for listening.
Humorous.